Hi there. A couple of weeks ago, I took my very first trip ever to Canada, where I caught a nasty head cold that, as you can see, I'm still recovering from. On the other hand, I also had the unofficial national dish of Canada, poutine, and that more than makes up for the head cold. I've been aching to give this a try since returning home, and it's actually very easy to make. It's simply French fries with cheddar cheese curds, topped with a hearty beef gravy. Now, this may seem like an odd combination to those of us in the United States who drown our fries in ketchup, but once you've tried this, you'll certainly be wanting to make this yourself. Folks in Canada love cheese curds, which they call squeaky cheese. But when it comes to poutine, those Canucks up north will tell you it's all about the gravy. Well, actually, they say it's all about the gravy, eh? Actually, it's not all about the gravy because everyone loves home-cooked fries. One good thing about this recipe is you don't have to peel the potatoes, and that's good because I love them with the skins on. If you want some good crispy fries, the best method is done in 3 steps. That's why we start by soaking the fries in cold water for at least an hour. Then we begin heating the oil while we pat the fries dry. We want our fries as dry as possible because wet fries will cause the oil to spit and splatter all over the place. We're actually going to fry twice. The first step is called blanching the fries, and we fry them for 5 minutes with the oil at a lower temperature of less than 300 degrees. If you look in the back area of any fast food place, you'll see even there, their big fryers are set to cook the fries twice. After blanching the fries, we let them cool off. This gives us time to start preparing the gravy. A fast gravy can be made with beef broth, but we're doing this the hard way, so we can have the tastiest gravy you can make. And that means searing a pound of beef in a cast iron pan. With most steaks, you just want a fast sear to get a good crust, but here we're trying to make as much juice as possible. That's also why it isn't a problem when crowding the pan produces extra liquid. This is going to be the base for our gravy. The key here is to have a lot of patience and keep stir-frying the beef for at least 10 to 15 minutes, or even more than that. The beef will develop a crust and the liquid will become thick and rich. I was tempted to just chow down on the beef tips right there. Now all we add are some onions and stir it all together. Add some salt and pepper for flavor, and that's all the seasoning we need to add for this gravy. When everything is well done and tender, we add a 1/4 cup of flour and stir it to make our roux. Then we add a quart of beef broth to the pan so we can start reducing the liquid. From here, we move the pan to the back burner and begin heating the oil for the second time. It's going to take at least 40 to 45 minutes for the gravy to reduce to the consistency we want, and we have to keep stirring it constantly so it doesn't burn. I like to fry at a temperature higher than 350, and when the oil is hot, we fry for the second time. This is what will make the fries good and crisp. And while we're frying, don't forget to keep stirring. After a few minutes, the fries will begin floating in the oil, and that's how we can tell they're done. It's moments like this that make it worth the effort. I really enjoyed how these fries turned out. And remember, keep stirring. The fries are seasoned with kosher salt. Now, all that's left is to keep stirring until the gravy is reduced. And what's left is a rich and hearty gravy that's like nothing else. And now it's time to prepare the poutine. All we do is add our fries and top them with Squeaky cheese curds. Then top it off with the gravy, and the poutine is ready. Actually, there are a lot of poutine dishes that add extra toppings to the poutine, and that means we can top this dish with the cooked steak tips. And now we can serve the poutine and enjoy. While you can take shortcuts when making this dish and just use store-bought fries, I definitely recommend making the gravy yourself. It's far better than the stuff sold in jars and cans at the supermarket, and it's the real reason why poutine is so popular. I do hope I haven't offended our friends up in Canada with this video, but then again, this dish was made by a guy living in Boston, the home of the hated Boston Bruins. Even so, I'm glad to help spread this Canadian delicacy down here in the States because this is a wonderful dish, one you're certain to come back to once you've tried it yourself. Thank you for watching.